Now we shall talk about formulation of quadratic equation from a given solution. Now, formulation of quadratic equation. How do you formulate a quadratic equation from a given solution? In previous videos, we have been able to look at the methods of solving quadratic equation. But what if in case you are given the solution of a quadratic equation and you are asked to formulate that quadratic equation? You can simply formulate a quadratic equation using the formula below. Assuming you want to consider a variable, a univariate variable x. So the formula will be x squared minus sum of the roots which you are given, x plus open bracket the product of the roots equals 0. Let's take for example formulate the quadratic equation whose roots are minus 3 or 2, 5 or minus 4. Let's look at these two examples. Using your formula, x squared minus sum of roots x plus product of roots equals 0. That will be x squared minus the sum of the root, that's minus 3 plus 2, x plus the product of the root, minus 3 times 2 equals 0. That's x squared minus 1x plus open brackets minus 6 equals 0. X squared plus x minus 6 equals 0. So this is the given equation, and this is the quadratic equation whose roots are minus 3 or 2. Let's consider another example, which is the second example. I've been able to perturb the second question such that we have a fraction and we have a negative value. Now, using the same procedure, using the same formula, x squared plus the product of the roots equals 0. So we have x squared minus open bracket the sum of the roots 5 over 2 plus open brackets minus 4 x plus the product which is minus plus 5 over 2 times minus 4 equals 0. So this is x squared minus open bracket 5 over 2 plus 2 cancel, that's 2, that's minus 10 equals 0. X squared minus, open bracket, the LCM is 2, that's 5 minus 6, open bracket, minus 10 equals 0. So we have x squared minus, open bracket, that's minus 3 over 2, x minus 10 is minus 10 equals 0. So then we have x squared plus 3 over 2x minus 10 equals 0. So you discover that we have a fraction here at the middle term. So the denominator is 2. You can multiply through by 2. So when you multiply through by 2, you have 2x squared plus 3x minus 20 equals 0. So this is the equation whose roots are minus 5 over 2 or minus 4. This is very important whenever you are trying to formulate a quadratic equation. You must be able to input the given roots into the formula. But it is not necessary that you should use x. You can decide to use p squared minus sum of the roots p plus product of the roots equals 0. You can decide to use another letter, t squared minus sum of the root t plus product of the root equals 0. What is so important here is that you have to follow the pattern. And solving this equation, you will get back to your solution. So that is just the simple and the simplest way of forming a quadratic equation from a given root. Thanks for watching. Click like, share and subscribe for the next video.